Morning, guys. Today I want to try to solve this problem called verifying an alien dictionary that supposedly is it's one of the problems that shows up more on interviews nowadays. Um, Basically, it's a problem that you need to kind of know how to work with lists or arrays. Um, so let's dive right into it. Okay, so in an alien language, surprisingly, they also use English lowercase letters, but possibly in different order. So the order of the alphabet is some permutation of lowercase letters. So basically, the order of the alphabet, their alphabet is the same as ours, it's just in a different order, right? Um, so given a sequence of words written in the alien language, um, in the order of the alphabet, return true if and only if the given words are sorted lexicographically in the alien language, meaning that if they're basically they want to know if the words they're sorted based on the order of the alphabet that you have. Okay, so okay, so let's try to think about this problem here, right? So let's take the first example that they have here. All right, so they have hello and they have lead code, and this is the alphabet that they give us, right? The order. So you want to know if this is ordered alphabetically, right? So when you look at this, what's the first thing what would you do? So first, okay, so you need to know if the words are alphabetic. So you don't need to compare every word to every word. You just need to compare the word to the next word, right? So you're going to compare the hello to lead code. So you're going to compare hello, right? Word one to word two, which is lead code. And so, okay, so you have the two words, and then you need to compare letter by letter, right? So you're basically going to get, okay, is the, like, is the first letter in the word one less than first letter in word two? In this case, is H less than, does H comes before L? So you have H and you have L. So true. In this case, you only have two words, so that means that you return true, right? And then you return true, right? But let's get another example here, right? So we have these guys. So then you have these guys, and then, okay, so you have the first letter, the first word, okay, they're equal, then okay, then you move on to the second one, okay, they're the same. This third one, okay, they're the same. The fourth one, okay, they're not the same. Then you're gonna see if the current letter, D, comes before L. which it doesn't. So if the first letter or 2 or 1 is more, let's go more, not first, but then this letter is then letter in word 2 equals false, right? But now we're like, okay, if comes before, comes after. So what you're doing here is that, I mean, you could, for every letter, both letters, you could kind of go over the whole order again and to compare that and to see where they stand, but that's not very optimal. So you want a way to kind of assign values to these guys, right? So what you want to do here is that create a hash map with the letters and a assigned value, right? Because a hash map, in this case, you're not gonna have any collision, so you have a constant time lookup, right? So the way you can do this is it's easy. So you can do this by the order list equals this, and then you can like for C in order list C. Oh no, you want a number, right? So you can use just this and enumerate C equals I. Yeah, so just to make sure we have this print order list. Okay, so we have here first one is 0, then 1, then so now it's easy. Now it's easy for us to compare, right? So after we have this, what we want to do here is we wanna basically loop over the words from first to second to last, and assign word 1 and word 2 to like words I and words I plus 1. That's why you need second to last, because if you look through the entire list, when you do I plus 1 on the last index, you're gonna get an index out of bounds. So you don't want that. So we can do this. So for I in range length words -1, word 1, word 2 equal words I plus 1 plus 1. Okay. Okay, so this is good. So now we're looping over our words, and it's all good. It's all pretty. So now we want to start comparing. So one observation here that you can catch from this third example is that the first three letters are app match. The second string is shorter. So according to lexicographical rules, Apple should come after app, even if the first three letters are the same, right? So that means that, well, then we're gonna loop, then we're gonna loop over the characters of the words, but we're gonna loop over based on the word that has the minimum length, and I'm gonna explain why. So for j in range, and for this we're gonna use min, so the min function. So min length word 1, yeah, this in length word 2, right? So then, for example, in this example, we're going to loop from 0 to 2, right? And then what we want to do is that we're going to compare. So if word 1 j is different, is different than word 2 j. Because if they're the same, you can keep going. So if the words are different, we want to know if order list word 1j is more than order list word 2j. So you want to know, and if it is, we return false. And if the word's different, you can break here, because if the first word is more than the second word, then you return false. If the first word is less than the second word, then there's no need for you to keep going over the characters. Then you can just break here, right? Yeah. And then there's a catch here, but then you have the case where the three words are, then you have the case where the words are the same, right? So in this case, you wanna still compare. You still wanna compare if the words are the same length, but you can't do this just outside the for loop. For example, if you do this word no length word 1 length word 2, return false. If not, here we return true. This will not work. Why is this not going to work? Because let's say that you do have a word, let's say that you do have a word that the first letter of the, like you have a word like this, like you have apple and cat and ABCD, right? So you went into this for loop, and the first letter are different, apple and cat. The first letter from the first word is not this, so it's not going to get false, but this is going to break. Then you're going to get out of this for loop, but then you're going to get into this if. Is the first word bigger than the cat? It is, then you're going to return false. So this doesn't work for us. So what we want to use here, there's some other ways you could do this. The easier way is to use an else in the for loop, which is something that not a lot of people even know it exists. So basically, this else in the for loop works like, uh, if you get out of this for loop normally, so without hitting a break, then you go in here. So after you're done comparing these guys, you go in here, right? So if you do this, then you get accepted, right? Because in this case, right? So basically what happens here is that, so you go over these guys, they're not, the words are different, the letters are different, so you're going to break. So this break also breaks out of this else, and then you return true. So this is it. This is actually a problem that kind of tricked me at first. You can see that I had to give a couple of tries before I actually got it right. But if you write down the problem, it actually gets a lot easier. So try to do this and see if it helps, right? Cheers. See you next time.